Today, we're going to talk about how to prepare for the Salesforce certification exams. Most everybody knows about Trailhead, and if you don't know about Salesforce Trailhead, make sure you check out our video on how to start a Salesforce Trailhead training site to go ahead and get started and moving through the Salesforce training. That is definitely the #1 place to train. Also, stick around. In the video, we're going to talk about how to get $100 off your Salesforce certification exam price. And we're going to talk about a few different ways to study for the Salesforce training when you're not in Trailhead. This includes some online resources like Focus on Force that a lot of people know about. We'll talk about a couple of things you shouldn't focus on when studying for your Salesforce training, and we'll jump right into that now. As mentioned, the #1 place to do your training for your certification exams is definitely in Trailhead. This is actually Salesforce's training org, where you can come in, make live changes within Salesforce. You can take exams and different things like that to test your knowledge, to see how you're doing as you prepare for exams, as well as any other information you want to learn. It doesn't have to be to study for an exam. This can just be to get better at Salesforce and learn different aspects of Salesforce. So Trailhead, definitely the #1 place to go. Most everybody who is studying for a Salesforce certification already knows about Trailhead. So what they really want to know is, what else can I do? What other tools can I use to prepare for a Salesforce certification exam? So the second, I would say, most popular place, and the place that we vetted to be one of the best places to study, is called Focus on Force. So you can just go to focusonforce.com. The link is in the description. We are not getting paid to recommend them. There's no affiliate, anything like that. We simply think they are, outside of Trailhead, the #1 place to study for Salesforce exams. You can see that there is a price associated with this. So Trailhead is free. Most everything on Focus on Force is $19 to enroll. So what happens when you enroll is they actually offer, I'm going to click enroll now, and they actually offer exam practice exams. So you can see you can get the study guide. I've talked to a few different people. They said the study guide is a little mundane. You don't really need it. So what we would recommend focusing on are the practice exams. So this is $19. I believe you get 4, maybe 5 practice exams to go through. They're just like the exam questions you're going to get on the actual certification test that you're going to take. And you can see they have it for the admin certification, which is usually the first certification you're going to be taking. But you can see they actually have it for App Builder, Advanced Admin, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, and a few others as well. So this is what you want to do. It's $19, well worth the $19 that you'll pay to take you on your way to becoming Salesforce certified. Now, the really cool thing about Focus on Force is they actually have one exam that you can take for free. So we'll have the link in the description as well for this, but this takes you through exactly how Focus on Force works. And it sort of lets you know if this is something you want to do before you buy. So it's like a try before you buy situation. So you can see here, all I have to do, I want to check my answers after each question, which I highly recommend. This gives you the chance to actually learn, not just take the exam. However, if you want to take the test, just like the Salesforce exam is going to be, just click this first answer where you're going to check everything at the end of the exam, so you can just move through each question. But as you're studying, checking the answer after each question is an excellent way to get better and understand sort of why the answers are what they are and how to get better. So let's just dive in and I'll show you. So I'm going to click the begin button, and I'm going to go ahead and start the exam here. And you can see we've got 40 questions. Unlike the Salesforce exam, it has a few more, closer to 60 questions. And we can come through here. Doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pick an answer for one of these, and you'll see it's going to show me exactly what to do. So I'm going to click check. And I got the wrong answer. So not only does it tell you what the correct answer is, it gives you a description of why your answer is incorrect. It also links you out to Salesforce study material that explains the detail of why you got this wrong. That's what makes this so valuable. You can pay $19, get a handful of practice exams to take. They're going to move you through exactly what the right answers are, why you got it wrong, and then link you out to material to help you truly understand the material so you can get it right when you take the actual exam. Now, if you hop online, you're also going to find a lot of people talking about websites like ProProfs or Quizlet, these different flashcard sites. Now, I'm not saying these aren't valuable, and they are totally free, which is a benefit. However, you have to be careful. It's really nice. How many custom fields can be created on an object? Up to 800. It's a little flashcard. All you do is click and flip the card over, see if you can get these things right. Number one thing, this particular setup is nothing like the Salesforce exam. This is a question with an answer. The Salesforce exam is multiple choice. You can find multiple choice flashcard sets within tools like Quizlet. These answers have not been verified. They have not been vetted. So you have to double check the answers. If you're sitting here studying, there's a chance that the answers that are provided by Quizlet are not the correct answer. These are user created content, and you have to check it just like when you're taking information from anyone else. So that's the one thing I would be very aware of is a tool like Focus on Force. It's a paid tool. It's actually been verified. They're getting paid to do what they do, so they have an incentive to do it correctly. Something like Quizlet, it's just sourced by the community. You could go create a flashcard deck for other people to study with, and if you got some of the answers wrong, there's no way they would ever know. So you really have to take it with a grain of salt. It's a good material to use. However, just be very wary of it. And if you're not sure, maybe it's your first exam you're taking, I would definitely recommend sticking to Trailhead and Focus on Force. Even if you're just using the Focus on Force practice exam, that's still better than moving into Quizlet and maybe getting some answers that aren't quite right or getting bad information. Now, as promised in the intro, we also talked about how can I save $100 on my exam. So the awesome thing about that is Salesforce actually offers webinars called Certification Days. So all you need to do is Google Salesforce Certification Days, and that'll pull this up. It's usually $70 off. So all you do is you go attend, you sign up for the webinar. You can just click register here. You sign up for the webinar, and once you attend that webinar, which is very beneficial in itself, they just help you prepare for the exam. They're going to send you a voucher for $100 off any $200 exam. So now you can go take the exam for $100. A little bit less risk there if you think you might fail it the first time. So as promised, just come here, register for a webinar, go attend that webinar. You'll get your voucher. You can go take your first exam for $100 off. If you're finding this content valuable, please like and subscribe. That is how we get this message out to other people and get this in front of other people so that they can have the same advantages we have of knowing what good material is and how to prepare for their Salesforce certification test. Thanks, everyone.